Videos. I have no idea if this is loud enough. Okay. No, definitely not. Funny. Alright, I think that should be pretty good. We'll see. We'll ask people later. Let's get to it, shall we? That there's much to get to yet. Oh, oi, oi, oi. Really? Let me fix some stuff still. There we go. Okay. Should be good, I think. Stream health's looking good. Alright. Okay, let's get started. It is, yes. Yes. That's all looking good. Alright. Okay, I think that's everything. I think that's everything. Hello, Casper. I'm gonna skip the rest of the name, okay? But hey guy, how you doing? How's life? I want to figure out how I'm gonna. I need to slow down my speed. Um, I just started, by the way. I'm still getting into it. I have to revise soon. What does that mean? Either I'm stupid or I'm stupid. Probably both. I'm doing fine for the except for the fact that I did something weird with my like left shoulder arm ish, and now it hurts like hell. Okay, exams. Yeah, okay, gotcha. And now yeah, it hurts like hell. Can hardly rotate around and stuff. It's bad. It's really bad. It takes me like a minute to get out of bed. But other than that, I'm doing fine. Oh yeah, being old, I guess. Old man problems. That's what's going on. What exams do you have? Just general, like everything and anything, or just something specific? It depends on what stage of life you're in. Mm. I'm considering to also do some randomization with the cobwebs in this. Gotta think about that. UK, so GSCES. Yeah, that still doesn't make any sense to me, right? Like I I don't know the UK schooling system well enough to know what the GSCES is. Um, I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. I'm thinking about how to randomize some of these things, these hallways and things, because right now it's very like one shape and that's it, very defined. So interesting. I have two campfires in that one. I also have two in that one. Huh. None in these. All right. Big exams for 16-year-olds. Okay. All right. All right. Well, good luck with that then. Uh, but do you have them today then? Or do you need to study for it today? Is that what you're saying? And also, are you prepared for it? You think you're ready, or you're a bit unsure still? I also need to figure out what to do with the TNT. I think I'm gonna turn this into a thing. In a in 2 months, I have this to study, and I'm screwed. Uh, but you have 2 months to study, though. You'll be fine. Anything you're stuck on, maybe I can help. I did my my final exams like I don't know, that was 2015, so that's 11 years ago. I should be able to help, right? Randomize the TNT traps. Yeah, but it's a hard thing to randomize though, because I don't want it to be like suddenly there's like 8 in one room or there's like 0 in a room, right? And I also need to figure out how to place the TNT, because right now this thing spawns directly into the structure, right? Like it fills this space perfectly, which means if I want a TNT below it, it's not gonna work. It's the same with the thing I did here. It's all fun and games, right? Like it looks interesting and it's an interesting thing, but it doesn't actually function yet. If I try to load it in now, it would break. Like it would not load this. So that's why I'm kind of like I need to figure out what the best approach is here, because so far it's not gonna work. So you know what? You know what? I'll start today with instead of doing the brain exercise, let's do some interiors, because that's just pretty brain off. Which honestly, for streaming, probably a good thing. But yeah, if there's any questions you have regarding your studies, I'll be happy to answer. I definitely know everything, right? I am a very smart individual. No risks involved that I'm gonna feed you misinformation. Don't worry about it. What's the worst that can happen? Wait, let's do like the interior for this one. It's a little quaint little house. Also, let me know how the sound is, like if it's alright or not, because I made some changes. Python? You mean like as in the coding script Python? Because if so, I have a friend who's very knowledgeable in Python. I am not though. Good sound? Okay, that's good. Yes. All right. Yeah. Wrong person. I have touched Python like once to do something with Blender. I think because there's like a Blender Python collab, whatever. But yeah, me myself, no, not an expert on Python. I'm not gonna be able to help you with that. But if you have a very difficult question, I can ask him if he can if he can answer. But me myself, no. My coding expertise stops around doing random stuff in some video games. But yeah, this house needs a smoker. Why does it need a smoker? I mean, we can. But the problem with smokers is they are technically a I think I used them here, right? Yeah, because they're technically a job related block, right? So all up the brightness a bit, by the way. A bit dark otherwise. They are technically related to villager occupations, right? So if I use them for decoration, it's gonna create more villagers that are butchers than I wanna do, right? So that's why I gotta minimize what blocks to use. It's the same why I can't really use barrels, right? Because then you would have just fishermen running around the entire time, which is not ideal. So this was the decoration stuff. There goes my books. Mostly used in the taiga, I guess. You can do like a little bookshelf maybe over here. That could be nice. You need like a kitchen area. Do we use oh, that makes it really difficult. I didn't think about that. Yeah, it's I think that's the hardest part about doing all this, is you have to kind of keep in mind a lot of game mechanics that you would normally, when you're just building for the sake of building, right? You could just ignore. But in this case, sadly enough, it's a little too tricky to fully ignore. So yeah, we're just gonna have to roll with it. Are you going to make a jump as well? I am considering doing those, yes. They are probably going to be a separate thing though, right? I'll probably make it into like a separate data pack so people can choose to use them. You don't have to. But yes, I'm definitely considering doing those. I think at least like 4 or 5 other people have already asked as well. So it's definitely looking like people really want it. Pressure plate, you know, we get a little thingy over here. This is too big for countertop, mate. Oh, I am a very skilled individual, as you can tell. Definitely know what I'm doing. I never make mistakes. Hmm. We can do like a bit of a dining thing as well. I guess like a dining table-ish over here. Should I do this? This is a bit cheaty, right? Like this normally wouldn't be able to be done. So, and I don't think I do it anywhere else for that exact reason. Maybe I shouldn't, but I just started to learn Axiom, and this is half of what I do. I mean, I've gotten pretty decent at it, I'd say, but yeah, decent is as far as I would go, right? Like, it's not like I'm super good or anything, but you know, I'm starting to get used to it. That's what I want to do. I really like the inventory thing. Like, being able to scroll and set up like all these inventories is honestly very nice. That's like the one thing I'm very actually like super excited about using. I want to actually create like a new inventory setup for doing all these decorations. So yeah, it's very nice. Books, book. There you go. Fence gate. Nope. It's just sometimes I scroll too fast. That's my issue. That is my biggest issue here. I just scroll too fast. I want to be too speedy. These houses are quite big compared to the other ones, but that's fine. There you go. We do a little carpet-ish thingy. Uh, how do we make this a little bit more exciting? Because I think they're very wide compared to the other ones, and I think what makes the other ones work pretty well is that there are quite confined spaces. It kind of helps a bit. Good. Yeah, maybe not. I was considering maybe doing like a wall here, but I think I've tried that before, and I don't think it looked very good. So, scratch that idea. Can do like a little shelf thing here. Maybe that doesn't look like a shelf now. Same color. That's also an issue. It's like if things are the same color, it's kind of just blends into each other. I just made structures nice like this. I mean, I know why they didn't, because the whole idea of Minecraft is like making stuff for yourself, right? Like exploring stuff for yourself, trying new things, building your own stuff, creating your own world, right? So if they would make everything for you, right? Then what is your reason to not just take over every single village or every already pre-made structure, right? You'd be just only surviving in those places instead of actually working on your own cool, interesting things. And the whole goal would be to, you know, make your own cool, interesting things, right? Like, I mean, that is kind of what Minecraft is about, right? Like half of the game is making your own stuff. And you know, I see where you're coming from, right? And you're definitely not the first one to say this. And you know, I have had a similar opinion in the past, but then I indeed like kind of realized, although it is a fair point to make, it is also like when you think about it, it makes sense that they don't want to just make everything for you, because part of the game is for you to explore stuff yourself and like do things yourself. It's a bit too much carpet. But what if it's only kitchen area, maybe? We do a bit of carpet around here. And then we just do a bit around the table area. Oh. Like this. We can do like a little flower in the table as well. It could be nice. What flowers would there be in the plains biome? Kind of. What would make sense? Because I use some outside, but I'm not sure if I want to use the same ones inside, right? Wouldn't really make a lot of sense because I used the cornflower. I think as surbluettes. This one, right? Yeah. Tulips would make sense. Yeah. Let's do a tulip. Should we stick with the orange team or do we? No, let's go white. Kind of contrasted. I'm not even sure if I'm gonna keep the orange carpet yet. We'll see. But this is already looking a little bit more solid, a little bit less open space. That's good. That's nice. All right, cool. Cool. There you go. Little bookshelf. We want to block it off. I have a tendency to put something on top of my bookshelves to kind of create like the little bit additional height. I like the kind of 2.5. It would be nice to have like half slab bookshelves. That'd be great. To be fair, if I was decorating this properly, right, like I would be maybe using like player hats to make like a stack of books and stuff like that. We can still do a painting though. That's also something we can do. Now that I think about it, this would be a great spot for a painting. What do we want? Always. Always happens. Actually, I just thought of something that would solve a problem I've been having. That's interesting. I'll look into it later, but could fix something I've been running into. Wish you could place books and ingots. Yeah, it would be just nice if you can place more stuff on the ground as decoration that is just like held items. But even things like swords and stuff like that, it would be cool to be able to just place them randomly or like in the ground as like additional decoration. And I know you can do it with armor stands and stuff like that, right? But it's a lot less interesting than, or you know, it's a lot harder to do. Let's put it that way, than it would be if you could just do it with, you know, a right click, simple right click, and then you can make some adjustments, right? That would be a lot nicer. But it is what it is. We can still do one. Can we? Not really. These are kind of blocked off. I wanted to say put signs on the side, but never mind. I think if we can make this table more interesting, but I don't think we can. Wondering if it's worth to use this instead. I think that makes more sense. Also, I'm still not really sure about this little shelf thingy. What if we make this? We get signs. Not that one, this one. Not like that. Honestly, half of my playing is literally misclicking block placement. You done the trial chambers yet? Nope. Trial chambers are still on the list of things to be done. And it's a big list. This doesn't look right either, right? Is there anything else I can... I mean, I could use like a bookshelf and put it on there, but I feel like a lot of bookshelves then. And it's already like one of my most common used books. Yes, I could do like crafting table here and then remove it here. Like this. Maybe that's better. Like, something like that. We can maybe do like another flower pot here. Decoration. Work. I don't think I can use cauldrons either, because I'm pretty sure cauldrons require, or also give villager occupations. I think it's for the ladder worker. So yeah, I don't think that's allowed. Or I mean, it's allowed, but I don't wanna use it. Fun stuff. I want this, that. It makes ladder workers. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, I was correct. My memory was right the first time. How do we do the beds here? Maybe it's only one bed. Not all of these houses need 2 beds, right? So, one. And then we do like something here separate from it. Don't want to do that. Don't see no need to really block it off. Because I also don't think a bunk bed is gonna look nice here. I don't think it's gonna look right. But the house is a bit big too. Could work, I guess, maybe. But it's not amazing. Also, for the people lurking, if there is people lurking, you know, say hi at least. You don't have to keep talking, just say hi. That'd be nice. It'll be a peeping Tom, you know. If can I move the door? No, not really. Oh. What if I rotate it this way though? What if I do this? That could work. I think you can still walk here, yeah? Yep, that works. Could we also try to use oh always breaking more blocks than I should. Does look good? No. Here? No, not really. There? Nope. Never mind. Alright, never mind that. Bad ID. Ugh. Life is hard. Gotta decrease the fly speed. Have to go revise, but I'll be back. Sure, do your thing. Just leave the stream on, you know, in the background. It's good for my viewer count. No, do your thing. Good luck. You got this, man. I believe in you. Little chest over here. I think that's good. Anything else we can do? I mean, we can do like this. Create a nightstand, but I think it's gonna block off everything a little too much. If I do this, still feels kind of a little too blocked off. Right, we'll leave it like this then. Or I do this. That's an option. And then we do like another flower pot, candles. I think candles be fine. There we go. Turn down the brightness a bit, see what it looks like. Do we need a painting upstairs? Maybe. Maybe not. Alright, this is looking pretty good. For like the first house, I think it's a good start. Nice. Well done, me. Maybe. Maybe well done, me. I need you guys to speak up, you know, I need more people. Can't interact with myself. I mean, I can, but it's gonna go into a very weird area. Let's not do that. I don't think you're gonna improve that behavior. Oh well. I mean, I did call it third screen content, so maybe that's on me. Maybe I should have been so clear about what the content was gonna be. I'm thinking of getting rid of these pad blocks. Not sure. Yeah, I did try something different here, right? I was experimenting with different pathways. This instead. Is that brown country? Yes. Huh. I don't think I actually checked out what this looked like. Should we actually check it out? I don't think I ever really tested it. What this looks like. I'm also planning to randomize the streets a bit more using the new techniques from the last video. So that's going to be interesting to see how that turns out. But I think it's going to be pretty good. It's going to make everything a little bit more unique, right? So that's good. That's good. Talking is hard. All right, let's try this. What is that? Okay, just random chimney. Whoops. Place structure Plains Village. Whatever. You know what I mean. I mean, it's not it either. I don't know. Doesn't look great. Still a little bit stuck on this village. It just does not compare to the Taiga one. Right? Like if I compare this to the Taiga village, like this just feels nicer. I don't know why. I guess also because not all the farms and stuff are done. But maybe the houses are a bit too factory like. Why does this not have a did I not finish this? Like this thing does not have a gradient. Wait. Ah. Whoopsie. Good spot, guys. Thanks for being here. Also, I think my text is broken. My stream chat on stream is bugged out. Let me see if I can fix that. Um, Wait, let's see. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Hmm. Maybe I fixed it. I think this should fix it. No. No. Ah. Why not? Why not? I don't know, guys. It's broken. Uh, Says it's functional. Why is it not working? What's wrong? What is wrong? All right. Well, I guess no stream chat on stream. Maybe. Um, I'll check it later. Whatever. We'll see. No, I don't know why it's broken, but I don't know. Guess I'm just a bad streamer. My bad. I suck. You can tell me. Don't worry. I'm just not fully happy with the Plains Village yet. It's just something feels wrong. Very tricky. Not even sure what really. It does not feel right yet. I'm thinking it's too much stone maybe, but I don't think that's the only reason. Maybe I should have done wood for the roofs instead of the bricks and stuff that I've done now. Kind of create a bit more wood look, but I'm not sure if that's the issue. I doubt it, honestly. I don't think it is. But I'm just not sure what is. So, yeah. Yeah. Alright, let's just continue doing some interiors and then we'll think about it more. I need to turn this off. tinker, fix this, and enter. Oh, I just need to make sure I have like a flint and steel then, otherwise I can't turn this off. Alright. Oh, this also has a backside still, a shed. How are we gonna decorate this shed, actually? That's a good question. We do like this. We get like this, I guess. Maybe like an armor stand in the corner. You can't really let it hold a tool, that would have been nice, but you know. Java edition be like. Can't really place cobwebs properly in here either because of the half roof, but we could still use a cobweb. Hmm. What else? What else? Crafting table, I guess. I guess. Oh, guess some light. We do it here. Let's actually have the node on. That makes more sense, I think. Just having it off. I guess this is okay. I mean, it's about everything I can get out of this space, right? No, I don't know. I guess, you know, it is what it is. If we use some moss on here as well, would that be an interesting thing? It would make sense for some moss to be on the roof there. It would have gathered over time, right? So it might be nice to have it. Let's leave it for now and we'll see. I'll get back to it and see if I want to keep it or not. Let's just move on to this house. Let's do the next one. Oh, we'll see again from there. Kitchen. This. Well, create a bit of a seating area. I want to like separate chair, little table. I gotta stop breaking the walls, man. It's problematic. It is actually starting to be a problem. You can sit here, you can sit there. You can do like a little flower thingy in the corner again. That's good. Do like a painting on the wall over here. Oh no. Sure. I like this one. This new painting is quite nice. I think it's pretty cool. Let's do like a bigger dining area, I guess. Like too white. Only question is, this doesn't look very good. What if I use a fence gate maybe to kind of extend it, and then trapdoor? No, I mean pressure plate. Like this. Okay-ish. Acceptable, I guess. Here we do this. We do this in the corner. A little bit of light over here. We could turn this into a crafting table. Go. And then maybe we'll do like a shelf over here. So something like that. Yes. Some signs on these here and there. Creating a bit more depth. Add some carpet. Let's go with the red. So something like this. I don't like the table that much. What did I do here? Guess that's smaller. section. That's probably why it's looking a bit better. The problem is, like, I'm considering using trapdoors, but the birch trapdoor is kind of weird. Or it's not weird, but you have the handle. And the oak one is like, yeah, you look through it, right? So that also doesn't make a lot of sense. And I don't want to use any else, but I think this is okay here. And it looks like a tablecloth now, so that should be fine. Do like a orange table. That's okay. I will put a half slab on top. Go. Put some books inside. Maybe something like that. There we go. Okay. I think this is alright. I mean, it is, we have limited space. We can only do so much. So that's what I'm doing. We'll use red bats. We'll keep the theme going. Here. Put a little thing over here. Do we do another chest here or no? Maybe not. I don't think every house should have a chest. So let's not overdo it. Candles here. Do I have any candles downstairs? Yeah, I need. This is already too perfect. We do like a little flower again. Maybe not. Maybe it's just like this. Maybe this is fine. It's fine. We also have this space we need to fill. So this is like a separate, I would say, just bedroom area. That's like a smaller, like a studio apartment, right? That's what I consider this, like a studio apartment. So let's do this. Let's use a different color as well here. Then let's use these. Placing blocks is very hard, guys. Okay, don't be mean, right? It's not my fault. It's the game, not me. It's not I that is bad. It's the game that is. Okay. Whoever designed this is just, very mean. They did it on purpose. Pink tulip over here. We can do like this. Now candle on top. We have some lights. And a little sitting, eating, dining area. Yeah. Perfect. And then we do a painting on the wall, right? Because, I mean, nothing wrong with adding some paintings. I think it helps create a bit of a better, more playful, happy vibes. I guess I really need you to start speaking up. Stuff happened. Oh, it's happened. Oopsie. Things never are easy, right? Right. That's the interior done for this one, I'd say. Good. Cool. It's 2 down, 1 billion to go, so we can make this green. Still, wait. Why does this not have any flowers? And I really did not pay attention when I was doing this originally, clearly, because this is the second thing I spot where something is wrong. Like, there's nothing here. Stuff's supposed to be there. And same here, this one wasn't textured properly. So apparently I'm just slacking off really, really, really badly. Oh yeah, we can still do some carpet here as well. Oop, perfect. Maybe we do like one more in the corner as well. There we go. Wow, isn't that lovely? All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What's next? What is next? I need to get some music myself. Wait, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Wow, just the moment I left. Sorry. Forever. What is it? Forever, forever. But thank you. I appreciate it. I think it's a very unique style. I'm not fully happy with it yet. I think something is still a bit off about it if I compare it to this one I did, right? I'm worried it's a bit too much stone, but yeah, I'm not sure. Your opinion is greatly appreciated, though. Doing some setup stuff. Give me a second. You're also a builder. Why does it? You have a map in the realms. Very cool stuff. But things are very much breaking on my end. Give me a second, please. Where's the echo? Wait, that's very interesting. I can still answer questions though, or like read replies and stuff like that. But oh, I know why. I figured it out. Now this should. Yes. Now I have some music, and you guys can't hear it, so that's good. So I don't get demonetized. Great. Focusing new style to brutalism. Do you have an example? Because it does sound quite interesting. And also, I would love to know what map you have in the realms then. It's always cool to see other stuff. Very inspiring, generally speaking, right? Like it helps to get a kind of new look at things, different style, different opinions. It's always nice to have variety. Blue bunk bed over here. Why does it do that? All right. Two of these, right? Yeah, that's way to approach this. Go check it out. Breeze Harbor. All right, let me see. Wait. Did I write it incorrectly? Wait, I found your video. Wait. Ah, that looks quite nice. Very quaint. I like the bright colors. That's pretty cool. Very unique style. Very cool. Nice stuff, man. Oh, very cool. Yeah, I think the style is quite nice. I think it's quite unique. Good. Always good to see people doing their own thing. Just copying the standard format happens a little too much lately. I feel like blaming Hermitcraft for it. Honestly, it's all Hermitcraft's fault. People are not as explorative anymore. I feel like, except for like big YouTubers, they are, and then everyone else just kind of does what they do. But did you use world edit? Because in that sense, I mean, it's, in my opinion, it's hardly a difference. Still, you know. But I am of the old world edit generation, right? So maybe that's why. I'm not saying Axiom isn't way better. Like Axiom is by far way better, right? But it's not such a big deal. No, didn't use Aussie. Ah, well, okay, then it's a lot of additional work. But why not then? I'm kind of curious why you didn't use it. Hello, Ender. Welcome. How you doing? Um, let's think. I think the kitchen area should be in this space. Maybe just here. I think we should do another shelf situation right up here. I don't know why I jumped for that. No real reason to. Okay. Kinda weird to do a table like this. What structure are you making? Currently, I'm just doing the interiors for the Plains Village. But I was planning to maybe look at the witch's house later today as well. But we'll see. I did something recently where I kind of hurt my shoulder slash back. I basically didn't do anything, but it just suddenly happened. So depending on how I'm feeling, I'm not gonna stream too long, but we'll see. I'm trying to, or I'm planning to do like a stream a week now though, or at least to do it more often. So hopefully that makes up for it. But yeah, depending on the pain and how I'm feeling, I might not stream very long. We'll see. And also how the stream is doing, if people aren't watching that much, stuff like that. Where do you live? I live in the Netherlands. Interiors are hard. Yes, but I think they're coming along quite nicely. I think it's, you know, I would normally do a lot more stuff with it, right? But because I'm limiting my block palette, right? There's only so much I can do. I mean, there's but I think they are looking pretty nifty. We have like this little thingy over here, and that's all I did so far. And a lot of these interiors are kind of copy paste ish, right? But I think the hardest limit here is just me limiting the allowed box. I think that's the trickier part. I'm thinking of doing like a little separate wall. I uh, all right, well, just break it, I guess. Add me Discord, maybe I can show you a few examples. Yeah, sure. You know, you can find my Discord on my channel and just join that. Send me a message. All good. Send me a PM then. I think that's the easiest way. And then I'll have a proper look after stream, of course, right? Like I won't be doing it all now, but yeah. Free to share some stuff. You can also just share it in the Discord. That's also okay, right? Because then everybody gets to enjoy it. What if we make this like a little book kind of thing? Do that? Wrap it around. Like shelf. Okay, that's not very cozy, but this might be. What if we block this off as well then? Like so. And instead of facing it this way, we face it this. And we also this. Like when you have big open spaces like this, right? You want to try and find ways to break it up a bit, right? To decrease the space. Because when spaces get too big, they become kind of, how do I say it? They kind of become very bland. I wouldn't say bland. Bland is kind of hard to read, maybe? Is that it? Or hard to kind of create like a bit of a cozy, more closed in vibe, right? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm trying. I don't like this. This is also really doing anything now. I think this might also need to be shelf, and then this that. Cool. Right now this kind of feels a bit like a cozy little area. Maybe we do this instead. Oh, yeah. Little table. With the table, I need to set this up better. I feel like I'm switching inventories a little too much. Welcome to the Discord, my man. Happy to have you. I'm considering turning this into the kitchen area. A bit weird because it's also your, door. The outside. Or to the front of the... I'm also just realizing, I don't think I ever really did like a... This could be interesting, like a door to the shed to the back of the house. Like have a separate door here so you can just kind of go through the house to get there without having to go through the outside area. That's a good approach. Now you can kind of go outside via this as well. And enter through the back. Because I don't think any of these houses have like a back entrance or exit. Except maybe like one of these. I guess this one doesn't even have a door yet here, even though it should. But I don't think I finished that one yet. Yeah, so I'll probably put a door here as well. But it would be nice if some more of these have doors in the back. I forgot I already partly did this interior. Yeah, gonna save me some time in the future. Very nice. And this should be the... Or I just turn this into the dining area. That's also an option. But then I need to figure out what to do here, because this is a very big open space now. I'm leaving. I'll do some stuff whenever. Sure thing, man. Just enjoy your day, and we'll talk later. Good luck. Let's see. Some candles on this side. There we go. I want to extend this table a bit. This flower on it. Let's go with red this time. Can you not take out flowers without... Wait. Oh, you can. Okay, you just need an empty hand. Okay, never mind. I'm stupid. I know how this game works. I've been playing this for longer than a day, I feel like I've been streaming for 3 hours already. I think I've been streaming for like what, 10 minutes? No, that's not true. But can I see how long I've been streaming? Where does it say? Am I stupid? Oh, wait. What the hell? Why can I not? Oh, here, almost an hour. Okay, okay. Not that bad. It's not that bad. I mean, this was looking okay-ish all here. Did make a little bit of sense. I really don't know what I'm doing, guys. Clearly do not know what I'm doing. If we put a painting on this. Huh. It's actually kind of neat little trick. Ooh, apologies. Oh, that hurt my back more. Alright, that's not bad. It'd be interesting to do a lantern in this one. Or like something here. We need something to kind of break up this open space a little bit. Uh, so, Andrew, you still here, or am I just talking to myself now? I mean, could be. Fine, I'm used to it. You were trying something? Did that try and go? I thought you left. Hmm? Suddenly just back? Very sneaky. Before leaving. So what, because I see a lot of redacted messages. Or not redacted, retracted. Talking is hard. Bear with me. And it's kind of interesting to have like the chest up there. That's kind of cool. Should we have a ladder then? On it? Nah, we don't need a ladder. Whatever. Ah. So instead of trying or actually editing them, you just deleted all of them. Unlucky. I'm not sure if I can even edit messages after sending them. I doubt it. No, I can't. I think you can just only delete, right? Because it's live chat. It kind of makes somewhat sense. But yeah, bit interesting. I think that's looking alright. I add some carpet, then you know, we're golden. Go with yellow. Use carpet? Yes, yes. Wow, so demanding. Just instantly, like 2 seconds before I even get the chance. Right? They instantly like, oh, use carpet. You forgot the carpet. Dark green. You want to see green carpet here? I want to try and keep like a certain color palette. We can maybe try green for here. Because whenever I do these villages, right? For instance, looking at this, go over here for a second. Right, like I decided to go with indeed dark green. I have what is the other colors? I have dark gray. I have cyan for this village. I think that's basically all the colors I have. I still need to fix this house. I never got to that. Oh, and brown. Yes, that's also what I use. I also use brown. I think that's the 4 colors I used. Yeah. Sure. And then it reflects in the leather worker as well, right? Like the leather worker. I think I recently started on that one. Yeah. See how it has like the different colors, which is like linked to whatever colors are used in the rest of the village as well. But I'm fine with mixing it up a little bit, right? Also because this is like the bigger mansion house, whatever, right? So it could be like they have more luxury imported stuff, right? Maybe these guys went to the Taiga village to import their colors because they don't have them. To be fair, I guess if you have dark green, you must. What is the only way I remember to make dark green is with cacti, right? Is there other ways nowadays to make dark green? Like there could very well be other ways to do it. Um, really, I need to turn this off as well. I think not ideal for interior stuff. Makes me misplace stuff a lot. The little balcony over there. We'll do this over here. Like doing this, like doing the ends of the bats, kind of just make it weird to put something over here then. Interestingly enough. So I feel like I can't do both. One or the other, it feels like. That's okay. We can live with that. Like a little painting over here. There we go. These are rich people, right? We can do 2 paintings. That's... I hate placing paintings in Minecraft, though. It is... Honestly, it's very annoying. You do, maybe. That's a little too big. Oh my god, I'm just breaking every single bloody thing. Maybe I need to turn off fast. No, it's not even. I don't even have fast braking on. So it's just clicking too fast, I guess. Is there no 3x2 painting? Game con. Am I crazy? I thought there was. Deep breaths, deep breaths. I didn't even do a painting down here yet, so that's pretty good. Really look right to put a painting over here. Okay, let's ignore that then. Alright, alright. Need to figure out what to do with this space. Because originally I think I was just planning to do like a second living room-ish situation. But I'm not sure if that still makes sense. So I need to see what to do with it. See, what can I do here? I really gotta stop breaking just every single bloody thing every single time. Alright, see ya, man. Take care. Put something is thing. Power pot over here. Thing over here. This something, I guess. Right. Really feel like an old man right now. Jeez, it's really bad. It is really bad, but alright. Oh well. It is what it is. Alright. Sorry, I was just checking something very fast. Still need to figure out what to do with this space now. This is okay. I think this is quite nice, like seating area, kind of cool. But now the question is what to do with this. If I kind of, let's do it over here. Bit of a, oh my god, my brain is just, it's not doing very well. I don't know why, but little shut. It just feels so thick. It just feels way too thick. Doesn't really work. Make it a study. Let's do that. Let's make this a study area. Go. There we go. That's perfect. I'm very you know, okay with this. And we already read one there. That's else here. That's let's do orange. Sure, whatever. I think I'm gonna replace this again. I think I was doing yellow originally. Yellow is a bit. If it's a bit. Right, we'll see. I'll leave it yellow for now. The question is, do we do this a different color or do we keep it yellow? I think we should just keep yellow. Better. Generally. Oh. Going. Go. And a bit of carpeting here as well. I mean, we did orange upstairs here, I guess. So maybe we should do orange in that downstairs. Alright, let's just do it. Sure, why not? There's. Make it bright, colorful. Very cool. I need to scratch my hand. Bit of an itch. I need to do this balcony. Interesting. Why did I do? I guess because this is like a bench, it has like a thicker. Probably why I did it. Don't remember. But I think, like logically thinking about it, that's probably why I made the difference. And maybe because of the door opening, also why I did. Do the same as we did with the other one, but just in reverse. Mirror it. Nobody's gonna notice. No one will know, guys. Don't worry. Trust. Sure. Also, we should have some mossiness on the top with the cobblestone as well. It's just the only thing that can be mossy is the cobblestone. That's why I haven't used it. But it would make a lot of sense to have like a bit of moss going on here as well, right? But I'll look into that a bit later. For now, it's fine. Let's do this little area still here. Wait, did I think I used. That's actually. Yeah, but because of the flooring. No, never mind. Dude, like that. Armor stand over here. That's some cobwebs. Oh, yeah, this one isn't a half slab. This one is because I think this one is smaller. Yeah, this one is higher up. That's why. There you go. Little annoying one on the floor. Very good. Very cool. I want to do a little window here, I think. Even though it's a shed, I think it's nice if there's like a little bit of a window happening. Kind of feel like there's a bit of decoration missing here. Because it's like the entrance way in my mind, right? Like it's where the people would walk, so it makes sense there's no bushes there, but it feels a bit plain this side, but alright, it is what it is. I don't think I want to change that. I don't like the difference in color here. I think I'm gonna keep this yellow as well. And on top it's just orange, whatever. And here it's orange, that's fine. There you go. Sure. Alright, this works. I'd say this is good to go then. Sure. Like 99% sure. I'm also 99% sure I'm just talking to myself right now, which is, well, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. Go put a little tulip inside. Let's candle over here. You gotta see what you're working on. You're talking to me. Maybe I am. Maybe I am just kebab. No, wait, that makes it sound like you gotta change your name, man. You can't start your name with I am. It's gonna make things very confusing very fast. It's not allowed. Or shouldn't be a thing. You're doing it on purpose. I just know it. But have you been lurking then? Is that what you're saying? I don't know also what happened to my stream chat, why it's not showing up. I have no idea, but it's yeah, it's I don't feel like fixing it right now. Don't feel like fixing it. I just broke the window. Whoops. Huh. Wait, how did I do this before? I guess I cheated this. Accidentally, maybe, because I don't think I intentionally made it work this way, but oh well, it is what it is. My new motto, by the way, if you haven't noticed. I have a tendency to really pick the orange flower. I don't know why. Orange tulip. Do a little painting somewhere. But if we this, that's weird. Actually, I don't know where. The door is kind of weird as well. I gotta stop breaking stuff. Really do. Okay, maybe this house does not have a painting. I don't know. Feels weird to put a painting anywhere here. It all feels a bit off. Maybe? Oh, that's weird. Here? That could work. That could work. Alright, sure. We'll do that. We'll put it there. Let's add this. We do some bookshelf action still, maybe. Hold there. Then where? Sure. Sure. There you go. Okay, this is fine. Acceptable. Need to check something very fast. There we go. God. Did I even fill it in? Nope. We just do one book in there. Why not? You gotta play around with it sometimes. Door. Make sure when I export it, it doesn't look weird. Sure. Alright, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna stream much longer. Chat isn't very active, which is fine, right? I might still stream again later today, but I'm also in a lot of pain still, and I think I need to take a break soon. Okay, never mind. Hi, Tuesday. Welcome to the chat. What's this? This is me updating every single structure in Minecraft, I guess. I think that's what you're asking, right? I don't know. That's what you're asking? Feel free to take your time to reply, yeah. This okay. This works. Alright, next. So many houses. Can I not just copy paste some stuff? I just got recommended the stream. Wow, okay. I mean, you can. I left a playlist for it in the description. I've done 3 videos on it so far. But if you want to get a bit of a sneak peek on it, right? Um, let's do something. Wait. Let's just do something for you specifically. Yeah, currently I'm just working on some interiors for the Plains Village. Because yeah, I still need to finish that one. But this is like what the Plains Village looks like. This is the Taiga Village. That one has been done for a while now. I gotta right. So little houses, chests, bookshelf, a lot of bookshelves. I think I did maybe a little too many bookshelves in the Taiga Village, but I'll look at it later again and maybe reduce a bit of it. Maybe it's also a coincidence with that house. All right, let me show you some other stuff. I would still recommend, if you're interested, check out the videos. It's like 3 videos that are like around 10 minutes ish, so it's not that much, right? Um, Play structure. What do you want to see? Do you want to see the desert pyramids, the nether fortress, or the stronghold? It's up to you. You get to choose. So we got a desert pyramid, stronghold, or nether fortress. Nether fortress, sure. It's called fortress. It's not called nether fortress. Then. And there it is. Welcome to the new and improved nether fortress. This is basically the first one I did. Can I see all of them? Yes, you can see all of them. But I would still recommend watching the videos. Mostly because it's good for my view counts, right? What I'm here for. But this is one of the first ones I did. I think there's still some stuff I want to do with it. I want to go back to it and make some adjustments, changes and stuff. Because I think if I compare this to the last one I did, which is the Stronghold, I think the Stronghold definitely has some things going on for it that this one does not. Let's increase the light levels a bit though, because the Stronghold was not made with light in mind. This is the, Ender Eye room. The Eye of Ender spawned randomly, so it's just a coincidence that it's empty. I think this one is better than the other one, also because this one has like random texturing and stuff like that, and it's still like what I really like about it. The texturing is random, but it still feels a bit like a gradient, right? So we still kind of go from like mossy towards the bottom to a lot less moss towards the top. And I think you can see it kind of everywhere if you pay attention. And then we have like randomized deal cells. So these little things are randomized as well. So, depending on your spawn, these are going to be different. Which is a neat little thing, I think. Neat little trick. Why is this not? Oh. Because there we go. I need to turn off Tinker. These little grates, or like the things in the room, are randomized. The cobwebs are randomized. The chains are randomized. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. Sometimes they have like a light source. Then we have like the library room. It occasionally has like broken ladders. The carpets are broken by random as well, so they are like randomly destroyed depending on the situation. Get a little room back here. I did not randomize the bookshelves. Yes, the whole idea is to kind of at least keep the block palette somewhat accessible to what the vanilla biome or situation is, right? So I'm trying not to go too far out of that. I think it's also still quite maze like this one. This one has a lot of libraries. That's a big coincidence because it is random. But this one has 4 libraries, but none of the other spawns. That's unlikely. Yes, indeed. I don't go super into detail on how it's done, right? But I try to explain it as easy and fast as possible. So it definitely goes into that slightly, but like I said, not perfectly, right? Like it's condensed. And we also have like these rooms. So these are like they don't really exist in the stronghold currently, right? But I felt like it makes sense. If you have a stronghold, you need barracks or like sleeping quarters, right? So I decided to add those as well. And I know that's gonna give you bats for like the Ender Dragon fight and whatnot, but in my opinion, that doesn't matter. Like if people want to fight the Ender Dragon with bats, they find a way to do it anyways, right? I don't think my thing is gonna make that happen much more likely or less likely, right? And that's what I'm saying with the Nether Fortress, right? I feel like it's lacking some of the rooms this has. As in, like, you have the library room, you have the sleeping quarters, a few variants, you have like this jail cell room, whatever, right? And like I said, see how it's like the corridor thing, or I don't know what to call it. The cell itself is randomized, right? So I think that adds a lot. Yeah, it's gonna be tried. Might as well not let it. Yeah, exactly. That's also why, for instance, like my villages have a lot more bookshelves than you would normally come across, and probably also more chests than you would normally find. But I'm like, it's not gonna the loot you're gonna get is not gonna be so massive that it's gonna destroy your entire playthrough experience, right? So yes, you get a bit more loot. Yes, you get more access to books a little bit easier, or whatever, right? Like it's not a resource that is so hard to gather that I think it's gonna be problematic. Um, Let me show you the pyramid as well. Wanted to see all of them. Let's see. This is the perfect one. Can we do other one? Wow, the odds. One more tray. Okay, yeah. So these can be randomized, as you can tell now, right? Like the pillars. They have a few variants. See if I can get another one going. Nope, never lucky. Never lucky. And what the hell? Why is it just? Why are the towers not broken? It's the same one again. Come on. All right, here, yeah. So this is like the most destroyed version of it, right? That's some really bad odds, honestly. Not have been that unlikely. But yeah, we have this, right? Which is I think it's pretty cool. I need to fix this. Okay, there's like one there here that's kind of making it so the light shines through here. So I need to replace this with something else. That doesn't happen because it looks a bit odd in vanilla, right? Wanna fix that. A mix between Jungle's Desert Pyramid and vanilla, way more playable. So, which is yeah, that's the thing, right? Like, I don't want it to be over the top, right? Like, I still want to keep the vanilla features or IDs, but just improve upon them. And I know it's not among the style of Mojang, right? Because it's still too complex to be Mojang style. So I'm not saying I want to keep Mojang style, but I do want to do stuff that feels a bit more what you call. Oh yeah, this is broken. Um, that's unfortunate. Wait, I think I can fix that. Yeah. Okay. I'll delete everything later, by the way. Please. No, no, we're just gonna place it in the ground. Still? Okay, well, never mind. That didn't work. I thought that would work. Yes, I'm wrong. I guess it places them based on the terrain data, which in super flat is just flat land, right? So it doesn't really function properly when I load it in here. But yeah, the basements are also right. Like they have a few random rooms, but I was still working on fixing those as well. Those aren't fully done yet. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you find it interesting, just check out the whole series, right? Like I said, it's 3 videos, 10 minutes or around 10 minutes, so it's not like it's gonna take that much of your time away. And you can skim through them if you want, right? Like I'm not gonna stop you from skipping stuff. Although it's bad for my numbers, so you better just watch the whole thing. I am watching you. Don't get too lazy now. Don't get too complacent. Yeah, it's like randomized dungeon rooms underneath. So it's basically in a 3 by 3 grid where all the rooms are gonna be filled in, right? So it's always gonna be 9 rooms, right? But it's gonna be randomized if there's like mob spawners, chests, TNT, traps, right? Like the pressure plate TNT trap kind of thing. So yeah, there's some randomization going on. I think I also have like 3 variants of like the stairway going down kind of that you saw, but it was a pretty bad example because cut off. I can actually show you, but speaking in my was to make sure I was yes, exactly. you know, you get it. And I can show you what the rooms look like, but sorry if I sometimes make weird noises, it's because I really hurt my shoulder back doing nothing basically, and it's some movements hurt like hell. So yeah, bear with me, me when that happens. I can't do anything about it. Can't control it. But yeah, these are the rooms, right? So this is like the central room with the staircase having a few variants. This is like fully broken, and this one is the only one where it's like fixed. Yeah, I hope it goes away within a couple of days as well, because I know it's gonna last longer than a day, right? Like it's not something that's just go away. I think it happened like Wednesday in the morning ish, like at like 10 or 11. So it's already been like about 2 days, and it hasn't gotten much better. So that's rough. These are like the tower variants, right? And then this is like you have corner rooms. You have like the so basically you have a room for these sections, right? Like for the corners. So here, then for like the T splits, I guess, right, to go left, right, or center one, and then the center ones. And then each room has like their own little thing, or they have their own thing. Some have like mob spawners, right? Some have what is it, chests, right? Like you have the chests. I think the corner ones all have chests. By Cabbage Guy. Wait, wait. That wasn't your name just now. What the? It was just I am just Kebab. How did your name change? Wait. Are you here on two accounts? What's happening? What? That's very confusing. I'm very confused. All right. Well, guess that's just me. Maybe I'm crazy, but we moved houses recently, and after 2 days of heavy duty moving tables and couches and chairs and boxes, I'm just relaxed, waiting for the paint. Yeah, it can be bad. But like I said, my problem was that I didn't do anything crazy. Right? Like I did not do shit. I just moved my arm and suddenly it was like fuck, extremely painful and just yeah, it ruined my life. I mean, it didn't ruin my life, but it takes me like when I'm lying in bed and when I want to turn around, I first have to like fully roll to the side and then move myself slowly back to the position I actually want to be. I can't do it in one go. It just hurts too much. Which is crazy. Also, I'm lost. I don't know where I am. Yeah, I think indeed, like some kind of nerve got messed up. All right, I don't know where I am anymore. There we go. But yeah, anyhow, the whole goal of the series, right, is to like actually update every single of these structures. The only one I currently consider completed are kind of these, but even this is kind of like I'll be getting back to it. And like the Tiger Village is mostly done. I need to fix one more house, which I accidentally forgot about, which is this one. And then I also need to do like the zombie fight version, but that's like a pretty easy fix. I just need to spend some time on it. But that shouldn't really take a lot of time. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff, right? Like there's a lot of structures, and I'm also planning to do the honor thingy, whatever. I don't know what it's called. Um, so yeah, there's a lot to be done. All these I want to do right. I want to try and do the end villages or end cities, but those are gonna be pain because look at what is this block palette? And like I said, I have kind of the rule to only use a block palette that is kind of accessible or should be accessible to the situation, right? So this is gonna be such a mess. The boats, I think I only really need to make like one design and then just make broken variants of it. So that's gonna be pretty fine. I think these aren't gonna take too long either. But then you also have stuff like this, right? This is gonna be pain. Same with the. I think this is also like it looks very simple, but I think doing the what is it called, the yeah, woodland mansions. Thank you, Minecraft. I think that one is also gonna be very rough. This one's gonna be quite fun still. I think the abandoned mineship is gonna be pretty easy. But the tricky part as well, some are like set up with the new method, right, of doing structure generation, and some aren't. But you still need to redesign the bastion. It's relatively new and still looks. I mean, Ancient City, yeah. Like I kind of do want to do both the Bastion and Ancient City as well, because I mean the goal of the series is to redesign every single structure, right? Even if they are pretty decent. But I am definitely pushing them to later on in the series because they are indeed less important, right? I want to try and focus on the older stuff first. Like indeed, you can already tell like the way this is loaded in is very different from this because this is the very like the old system of doing structures. Um, so that's why I want to focus on those first. Like the wood melamation is like a little bit half and half, I think, how it's done because it doesn't like it has its structures like split into MBTs files, but it doesn't have jigsaw blocks. So it's kind of like half old method, half new method. So those things definitely have my priority. And then I think some stuff that is new but just doesn't look very impressive or people find very unimpressive, like the broken whatever it is, I can't remember the name. Trail runes, right? I think a lot of people want to see those updated. I've seen a lot of that in my comments as well. But same with these, right? Like I don't think these are very bad at all. I would do them a bit different, but they're not very bad. So also the upgrade would probably not take that long or be that hard to do, right? So it's a bit based on that. But the villages are definitely quite old in look and feel, so I definitely want to do all of those. And so far I've basically done like one and a half. So it's a lot of work. And I think the first video went live around December-ish. So yeah, it's a it's a long process. But it's also because I want to do different videos in between. Well, I don't just want to work on this. Um, sorry for the lag. But yeah, there's a lot to be done, and it's not always as easy. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. Slowly but surely, we'll finish this project. It's just gonna be, probably a year worth of work if I keep doing stuff in between as well. And seeing as this isn't my job either, right? I mean, I'm doing this as on the side, so I only have so much time in the week. For the desert village, it'd be a lot. The desert village is the next village I'll be working on. It's by far the most requested village now that I've done the other ones. Yeah, I think it's gonna be very fun to do it. Indeed, like indeed, do some more stuff with the terracotta stuff. And just generally like making it a little bit more compact or something, right? Like I'm generally already making more compact villages by the way I set up my streets. Right, this setup already makes stuff a lot more compact than the original Minecraft setup does. Like more houses are gonna be, or it's more likely for houses to spawn and stuff like that. So yeah, that one is gonna be pretty interesting to do. So that is the next village I will be working on. And I might actually get that done before I even finish the Plains village because this one is just it's a lot of work. I don't know. I think I made the houses maybe just a tiny bit too big or something. I'm just they take very long to do. They're very time sensitive. So yeah. But like I said, we'll get there eventually to all of it, right? Like we'll get all of them done in due time. It's just gonna take a while. But one day we'll get there. My biggest problem right now is I want to do other things in between as well, other projects and little videos and things like that. And I'm honestly literally stuck on the concept. I just don't know what to work. I've been racking my brain for like the last week trying to find something else to work on, like trying to find some other concept, video idea, or whatnot, right? And I've just not been able to come up with anything good. Like I've just not been able to find anything interesting that I want to work on. It's really problematic because all the ideas I have are either like maybe too time consuming or they require some other stuff that I just don't have access to, or certain amount of community support that I just don't have because my community is just not big enough, etc. Right? So I'm very stuck on a video ID right now, and it's. I am thinking about just doing this. Do you think anybody's gonna notice if I do this? Pretty sure this setup is like Okay, no, it's not the same. It's smaller. Never mind. Well, was worth a try though. You don't want to stray too far and alienate your original audience, but you don't want to just make it. Yeah, exactly. Also, because it seems like every video so far has been doing worse and worse and worse in this series. I don't know why. I guess I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. Or YouTube just hates me. That could also be true. Who knows? Who really knows? But that's why I want to keep making stuff in between as well. And I started my channel with like kind of map making, world painting stuff in mind, and doing data pack related stuff is also very fun, right? Like I enjoy that, and I would like to do kind of a mix of those things. Um, but just simply saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make like a random map, right? Whatever, or simple map." That's cool and all, but how do you clickbait that, right? Like you need something interesting with that concept, right? Like it's not just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna make a map," and then people are gonna watch it, right? You need something to make that an attractive thing to then also watch, instead of just being, a video. And I think that's what I'm currently just struggling the most with, right? Like it's not that I don't know what I could be working on. It's more that the things I could be working on, and none of it seem to be um hitting that need of like, how do you make people actually go and watch? Hmm. A little awkward. What if we'll just do a simple table, like one person table in the corner, whatever. Cheers. But yeah, that's it's kind of tricky. I think I'm gonna make a community post later today, kind of asking if people have suggestions, ideas, all right. But yeah, I'm just running into the issue of just not knowing what to do, and it's really keeping me awake at night. And if my Hytale video would have done better, I would have focused more on that, but it seems like that's also not really it. I mean, it could be any kind of map making, right? Like, the thing is, I want it to be a project that I could feasibly do within like 3 weeks to a month, right? From like starting to making the video. Because that's kind of what my upload schedule is like, right? So it needs to be somewhat manageable within that time period. But it can be anything, really. Like, I'm not hard stuck on any semantics. But it could be like a little bit devlog related. And even if it's like, a two-parter or a three-parter, I think it's still fine. But I know this series that I'm working on right now with these structures, right? Like this is gonna be multiple months. It's gonna be at least like, I don't know, 5 to like 8 more videos on it, like minimum. So I don't want to have two series that are like that time intensive going at the same time, because if they both don't perform well, right, like there's no growing my community, and I want to do both, right? Like I want to make fun stuff, but I also want to be able to grow my community. And if you're stuck on a series that doesn't perform too well and you only work on that, you're never really going to be able to do. It's just too map making is already niche law, and yeah, like it is super cool, but it's you if you wanna get people to watch the stuff, which I mean, I do YouTube because I do want people to watch my content, right? It's not like I care if only a few people watch, but you want to try and grow and make cool stuff and have people enjoy it and appreciate it. Um, and if you want to be doing that, then you need to find a way to make sure people actually get to see it. So you want to come up with ways that keep people interested or hooked or actually click the video, right? And I think that's the trickiest part here. That's kind of what I'm stuck on. getting people to click the videos, right? Like find a way to really make it a thing people want to check out. So when you do map making, like I've been thinking of a concept of like making like a super crazy, super detailed escape room map, right? But I think for a video like that to really work, I also want people to play and I show some of that play gameplay footage in the video. And the best way to do that, I think, would be to have someone like more bigger, like semi-big YouTubers play it and use that to kind of fill out the end of the video, right? To kind of showcase it and whatnot. Conceptually, I think that's a better setup than just making the map itself, right? But to do that, I require to be able to contact those people, and to do that, I require, in my opinion, a little bit more subscribers and content to be able to really ask that of anyone, right? So it's not like I don't have ideas, but there's limitations to sometimes what I can do with those ideas, in my opinion. And maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm overthinking things, and maybe I should just do it and whatnot, right? But I don't know. Oh, that back, man. Think I'm gonna keep going for like 15 more minutes and then I'm gonna call it for now. And maybe I'll stream again later today, like maybe in the evening. My back is hurting a little too much and I need to take a break. So we'll see what I do, but I'll keep going for a little while longer. But I'll take a break soon. But that's kind of the issues or the issue I've been having with this. And the same with like I think it could be interesting to do a video where it's like I made a custom map based on your suggestions or something, right? Kind of like what devlog YouTubers do with like I made a I made a game based on community feedback or whatever, right? Or your community suggestions. But I don't really have that big of a community, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna get enough input to be able to do so, right? After taking a quick look at the channel, I think yeah, I actually tried the part X thing. Didn't really matter much, I feel like, but maybe I should include it for clarity still. That's why the last one I did, I tried to just specific or like focus on the stronghold itself, right? To see what that would do. But that also doesn't seem to have really worked very well either. So it's tricky. I don't know. It's also because I've just started doing this properly again, like my channel is quite old, but I didn't make videos for like 4 or 5 years, and I recently started again a couple months ago, and since then I've made like 6 videos. Right? So I'm still exploring things as well and trying new things and whatnot. But it's rough to see one video get 40K and then the next one that you do in the same series gets like 4, and then the next one gets like 1, right? It's that feels kind of rough, if you know what I mean. But that's why also it's like very appreciated to get like community feedback. If you guys notice anything where it's like, I feel like this and this was what was really good in your original, and the new ones are lacking it, then let me know, right? Like if you notice that during your watching, then let me know what you spot and tell me, right? Feel free to inform me if you feel like, hey, I think this is why the first one performed so much better, and I think this and this, because it's always harder for yourself to see it. Yeah, maybe. But it's not just making people click, it's also getting people to watch. And for some reason, even though statistically my new videos are doing better, I think it's because it's mostly from subscribers and not just random people like it was for the first one. Why that one is considered to be a lot better by YouTube itself. But yeah, I guess indeed, like the premise is probably the big thing, but I can't just reuse the title for each video. And I mean, rephrasing it might be an option, I guess. But yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky, and I think it's always going to happen, right? Where because it's a series, if people watch the latest one and they see you tell, okay, check out the other one, and they check out the other one and they don't like it, right? Then they're never going to watch the other parts, right? So the first one is always, generally speaking, going to be the biggest one because everyone will always tend to go watch the first one and then from there decide if they want to watch more or not, right? So it makes sense that it's definitely the bigger one, right? But yeah, it would still be nice to see the rest do a bit better. But I'll dive into it a bit more and I'll do some more exploration and see if I can get the performance. But it's all good. I actually redesigned my first structure name might work. Maybe. It would at least keep the consistency in the naming scheme, right? So there's that. A fair point. Can we do a bookshelf as a table? Makes sense. No, that looks weird. Hmm. Need to instead of doing this, wait, let me. What? No, wait. Why did that not be the MBT tag? Am I stupid? Work if I do a space. It only works if I add a space to it. Okay. You could also try that AB YouTube title. Yeah, I've worked with that as well. I've tried that as well. But the only downside of that is if you don't get enough views, it doesn't really tell you any information, right? The size of my channel is a bit too small still to really get proper information out of it. So those features are all nice and good and they're pretty cool and stuff like that, right? But it's they are very limited when you do not have the biggest of audiences. You know, I am only at 2.5k subs, right? Like it's not, you know, it's not nothing, right? And I'm very happy that I managed to hit it, but it's also not a massive amount or anything, right? Nothing, nothing bad, but it's also nothing crazy. But I'll take your feedback into consideration. Thanks, I appreciate it. Right? Like I really do. It's good to get some insights from other people as well, instead of just thinking about it yourself. You could also wait. I already read that. Never mind. I thought you said something new. I'm stupid. Can we do like a little painting? Or we do something here. That's sure. But I'll have another look at everything, and I'll consider your feedback. See what I can do. Put a thingy on top. There we go. Your alcohol is good. We have a candle? No. Get there. Very good. Next for YouTube clicks. No, I get that, but you are clearly my target audience, right? So, in at least in some way, because otherwise you would have stick around for a random live stream that pops up in your feed, right? So, getting your feedback or getting to know what you personally think matters, because there's a reason that what made you click not only this thing, but also made you interesting in the thing overall, right? Because I did something right, and knowing what that something is quite important, right? Like that's gonna help me improve, generally speaking, or it should at least help me improve. So that's why I'm putting value in it, right? So I get that you're not an expert either, right? But neither am I, man. I mean, not even close. I think some more thumbnail action could help too. Yeah, I've been trying to experiment with thumbnails and stuff. It's just tricky. Because I tried a thumbnail where I included myself in the thumbnail as well, right? Um, which did okay, but then also not great. It's yeah, I don't know. But feel free to of course give your suggestions on that as well, right? Like if you have an idea or if you feel like or if you know what you think is missing, let me know, right? And I'll check it out and I'll think about it. I'll put it into consideration. That's what I do. That's why every video I still ask for feedback, even if I don't get it, I'll still ask for it because you know it's the most important thing I can get right now because it's the only thing I can't really do for myself, right? Like I can't give myself my own feedback. I mean, of course, I can notice, hey, oh, I should have done this or I could have done this and this better, and I'll try to improve based on that, of course, right? But you know, there's only so much I can do with my own feedback. Because it might not even align with what people actually care about, right? Just because I think this should be fixed doesn't mean everybody else agrees. Before and after do work very well. Maybe try the 2-split thing. Have before on the left with a big red click. I actually tried that one. That one performed very, very bad. I tried that on my first video, the one that actually got a lot of views, so I actually got some pretty decent data there. That setup did not work at all. Don't know why. Because it feels like that's what everybody does, but apparently it's not what my target audience would be interested in. It's very funny how that works because indeed, yeah, it's like the thing I was also thinking of, right? Like where it's I mean that must work. Everybody does this. Should be a good setup, right? And then I try it, and it's like the worst performing setup I tried. Funny enough, it's interesting how that works. Do a little chest over. I think this is fine. No, no, no. I'll still take your advice. Don't worry. Like I'll take your advice based on what I do know, right? Based on what I've tried and tested so far, right? So, you know, it's not like it's bad advice from just in general. It's more I need to weigh it against what I know from the things I've tested myself, right? So that's what I'll be doing. And then if it doesn't line up what I believe or what I've noticed in the past with things I've tried, then you know I won't use the advice. But if it does seem like a new approach or an interesting approach that I haven't tried or I haven't really considered enough, then I will give it a try, right? I mean, I'm not just gonna blindly think that you know it or you got it right or whatever, but I will still value or like put value on the opinion you're giving and take it into consideration when I rethink some stuff or think about it. This kind of content does already attract an older audience in the first place, so super clickbait. Yeah, that's what I think as well. I think my general audience. Wait, let me double check. But I think my audience is roughly analytics audience. Where is it? Yeah, here. 5% of my audience is below 18 years. And then there's like around 45% of my audience is between 18 and 25 or 24. And between 25 and 34 is the other 50% of my audience. Right? So more than half of my audience is between 25 and 34 years old. So that's also it, right? Like my target audience apparently is quite, you know, quite a bit older than your general audience. And you know, maybe I should also try to focus a little bit more on the younger audience as well. But I don't mind creating a community that is a bit more aged, right? I think that's honestly probably better, anyways. It prevents any of the allegations all the other Minecraft YouTubers are constantly getting, right? Like it's the this way I don't end up in the files, you know. So what the? Okay, never mind. I was very confused what happened here, but this is the original design. I thought I broke something. It's a bit an interesting one. Honestly, I maybe should just do like an open concept here. Well, just don't hit a million subs, then you immediately pivot to kids content. Yeah, let's not. Let's not do that. I think I'm good. I'll keep my content 18 plus related ish, right? Not actual 18 plus, right? Like I'm not starting an OnlyFans, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. I still need to fix here. Wait, yeah, I finished this, right? I don't stupid, I guess. But yeah. Oh well. Anyhow, I think I'm gonna call it for now. Um, Tuesday, I appreciate you dropping by. I'm not sure if there's still any other people watching. If they are, say bye, say hi, whatever you want to do. I'll maybe be streaming again later today to do some more stuff. But currently, I'm just everything is hurting a bit too much. I need to take a proper break. So yeah, I'm gonna end this stream here, and then I'll see what happens. And otherwise, I'll definitely be trying to stream again next weekend, probably a little bit later in the day as well. But or at least for on my end later in the day. I'm not sure for everybody else, but we'll have to see. But yeah. Anyhow, thank you for dropping in. I made you drag stream on a bit. No, don't worry. I prefer you drag my stream out and I get one more subscriber out of it than quitting stream early and getting nothing out of it, right? So it's all good. Don't worry about it. Please check out the videos. Like I said, feel free to comment and let me know what you think if you've watched all of them, right? That's appreciated. Also, if you indeed feel like the first one was better because of something you noticed, right? Like let me know, and then I'll think about your stuff and maybe I'll make some changes to the thumbnails and titles later today as well. You might see that happen if you check in later. Who knows? All right. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Yeah, check out the videos, check out the channel. Do the things, whatever. Cool. Okay. Bye.